I think I've had a good week so far. You know, I've definitely taken all the legs that I can, and I think I've probably played the most legs at the moment. But I think my game's kind of there or thereabouts. I still need to kind of tweak it a little bit, but this is why I'm here at the MODUS Super Series. I'm here to kind of perfect my game, and I think there's no better practice than playing in this anyway.
We definitely had the match practice. You're the first player in this competition's history in a Group B to have played every leg possible, all 8 of your matches going for free. But does that say a lot about your mental strength for the fact that you've managed to get through a group, that every single game you played has gone all the way?
Yeah, definitely. I think my mental state at the moment when it comes to playing darts is like I'm not going to give up, whereas before it's like, oh, it's not going, you know, just focus on the next game and stuff like that. Whereas now, even if I am 3-0 down, I know I have the ability to produce really good darts and pull it back. So you can kind of see that from like the past results and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm going to try not to do all the legs tonight, but I can't guarantee it.
Well, we're back here in front of a crowd on that Saturday night. How much would you like to hear at Portsmouth win a Saturday night after winning one in Southampton in the previous incarnation of this tournament?
Yeah, no, I think it would be amazing to kind of, you know, try and win one here. You know, like I've won one in Southampton before and stuff, and it would definitely be one of my first, you know, winning one here in Portsmouth. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can produce a really good game tonight.
Well, we're looking forward to watching.
Double 17.
43. Fallon required 20. Game shot on the first leg. Fallon Sherrock.
We'll be back at the 75 again.
40. Fallon
Almost
required
like we're in the
75.
twilight zone.
Game shot on the second leg.
This
Fallon
time,
Sherrock.
nails the tops. Oh, long way off. And that. Is it
14.
the pressure?
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this already,
Fallon
though, about once you start missing
118.
one, then they all, you know, the double gets to be the size of a pinhead.
Ooh, double 19 for the steal.
Game
Get
shot
in.
on the third leg. Fallon
What a
Sherrock.
super finish that is.
Requires 70.
So 70 to stay in the match. Treble 10. Ooh, treble 18.
Having to go the ball route now. Oh, double 9.
52.
Oh, and that was only the
Fallon
width of a wire,
required
wasn't
40.
it?
The doubling's been good. 3 from 4.
Game shot
And
on
that
the
becomes
match.
4 from 5.
Fallon Sherrock.
And Fallon Sherrock breaks the cycle, eventually winning a match, or not. Otherwise, we could be here just talking about the potential outcome.
100. Fallon required 97.
Tops.
Game
And that
shot on the
finishing
first
continues,
leg.
and
Fallon
as
Sherrock.
we mentioned, as you saw,
And all those kind of things, yeah.
48.
the players had to be
Fallon
tested and
requires
then
76.
segregated. It was
Yep.
double 8 for another 2-darter.
Game shot on the second leg.
Pins it
Fallon Sherrock.
again, and 4 out of 5.
$16.
Oh, you feel
Fallon
that he
required
really needed that.
25. Game shot on the third leg.
This could well
Fallon
be
Sherrock.
a game changer. One of only.
1, 3, 4, though.
Very close. I had to give it a second look.
94. Fallon required 20. Game shot
Super
on the
dart from Fallon.
match.
Straight
Fallon
down the
Sherrock.
side of the guide. Well, will be.
Left to get that treble 20, and then didn't really adjust herself back for the double 8 there.
See that a
43.
lot with
Fallon
players
required 16.
that don't reset back to their
Game
original
shot on the
position, and when
first
she
leg.
did,
Fallon
Exactly, because her double 8.
much thrown
70. Fallon required 107.
exclusively in the treble 20, and then you come down for 19s. But watch her do this and make me look silly.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
It's
Fallon
always right
Sherrock.
when they go in. Right, you'll stay there. Now he needs the ball, and it's an open target. Ooh,
90. Fallon
maybe a little
required
bit
40.
quick.
Yeah, that was a bit of tension there, I think.
Game.
No tension there for Fallon Sherrock.
Fallon Sherrock.
As she wins 4 legs to 1 with an 80.
65. Fallon, you require 3.
I think she's going to get another opportunity. This has to go.
Game show on the first leg.
It does
Fallon
go.
Sherrock.
24. And that is a fabulous last start. 54 for the ball. For a 1-2-4.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
That is a little bit good from Fallon Sherrock. John Brown had asked the question.
Require 104.
Of the year, give or take a day.
Big moments here. It's going to get a dart. A double 16,
Game
and that is majestic
Fallon
from
Sherrock.
Fallon Sherrock. Breaks the throw in 15. Remember, Barry Van Peer opened with a maximum.
And you require 82.
Bullseye first. 25 would leave 17 and tops. However, she doesn't need that option.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Clinical.
Fallon
I'm
Sherrock.
the Queen of the Palace.
$180.
First 180 of this match goes the way of Fallon Sherrock. She's hit
100.
12 now for the week. Might be adding to it.
180.
Back-to-back 180s for Fallon Sherrock.
82.
She
Fallon, you
stumbled
require
over the line in that
45.
first leg, and then she's bossing this one.
Game shot on the
An
second
11
leg.
dart
Fallon
leg there from
Sherrock.
Fallon Sherrock. She's saying, Jim Long, anything you can do, I can do too.
There
You
for
require
Mullenkamp, puts him down
146.
to a nicer finish. May not get a go. Double 13.
Game
What
shot
a
on the
finish
second
that
leg.
is from Fallon Sherrock.
Sherrock.
A 146. And like we were discussing a second ago, Matt, that should settle the nerves.
You require
Fallon took
130.
out the 146 for her leg. It may need to be another big finish to get a second.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
We're
Fallon
being treated
Sherrock.
to some exceptional stuff here.
Fallon, you require
This
108.
has to go. And she's gone back to Old Faithful in a
Game
moment
shot
of
on the third
need.
leg. Fallon
And
Sherrock.
in that need, Matt, it doesn't desert her.
You require 104.
Double 16.
Game
And that's
shot on the fourth
another
leg.
one
Fallon
for Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock. 7 finishes of 100 or more.
To
135. She'll start on the bullseye. And she's left it pretty open. Oh, absolutely divine darts
Fallon Sherrock.
from Fallon Sherrock. She laid down a marker alongside the ball and used it
Second
perfectly
leg buried.
as to his previous match.
We've only seen 100 average twice so far this week. It
190.
looks like we're on course to see it again.
96.
Highest average on record for any woman is 113.43. Fallon Sherrock earlier this year became the first woman to hit a 9-dart finish in a PDC tournament. No female player has ever
96. Fallon,
done
you
it
require
on TV.
141.
Yet. She was 7 in. A great effort there from Fallon Sherrock. That would have been a fantastic way to end what has been a,
89.
what's got to be said, a faultless performance here from Fallon Sherrock.
100.
Or the World Match Play. Something that's coming up next month, somewhere that Fallon Sherrock's going to be as well, hoping to defend
Game
that
shot on
Women's
the
World
fourth
Match Play
leg.
title.
Fallon
And with
Sherrock.
finishes like that, she's going to be right in the mix.
Fallon, your evening started with some incredible news and it ended in incredible fashion. Had to beat Lee Budgeon and you did it emphatically. What a performance. How are you feeling after that?
I'm very happy after that performance, you know, because it was like pretty much whoever won that game. And I was like, do you know what, just focus. And especially after my first game tonight, I just thought, oh no, don't you know, bottle it on the last night. So I'm really happy, you know, that I come through on that last game. And yeah, no, absolutely buzzing with the news. And I was just trying to probably come down from that at the beginning of the night because I was just like, oh, okay, calm down.
You've had to deal with sort of more hype and pressure and sort of distractions possibly than most other dart players. Was this another night where you had to do that and try and put it back to the back of your mind and just get on with playing darts?
Yeah, definitely. It kind of reminded me of like the Worlds again, you know, when you have like something big happen and it's trying to, you know, you still got to play, you got to focus and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, okay, right, you've had your 5 minutes, calm down, you know, you don't get too engrossed with what's gone on. You can do that when you get home, just try and focus. So yeah, no, I think, you know, with everything that's gone on and stuff like that in my career, I think it kind of helped a little bit tonight.
And it's tough playing a full week here at the Super Series. It's the first time you've backed yourself to do that, so it must be a real reward to make it to Saturday.
Yeah, no, I'm knackered, but I'm still, you know, giving it my best and will give 100%, like until the end and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm really happy that I picked to do the week. Because it's actually shown me, you know, my ability is still there. You know, I'm having some really, really good averages and good games and there's spells of brilliance and then obviously there's spells of you're not consistent. So now I know obviously what I need to work on and stuff and I can progress throughout the year now.
Well done. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
I think best performance is the best way of putting that because every time she needed something, she got it. She was always in control.
128.
Always just a step ahead of Lee Budgeon in that match.
126.
But fair play to Lee Budgeon. He came from nowhere to put himself in a position of actually winning the group.
Barry Van Peer, who ended up finishing third in that tight group. He's not going to get a go at the ball.
98.
So it's a chance for Fallon Sherrock to draw
32.
first blood in this first Group 2.
Game shot on the first leg.
Fixture.
Fallon Sherrock.
She does exactly that. She is this time, but it will be interesting if he does because it's a big finish. Did attempt it. Sign of respect, you might say, to Fallon Sherrock. He thinks that she's more than capable.
92. Fallon, you require 146.
She might. It is, in fact, a finish she has already taken out this week. She took that out in Group A.
110.
Well, all she can do this time is leave it handy. But it won't matter if Berry breaks here. Did have a game last night where he could not hit a double for love nor money. He's 1 out of 1. He's missed. He misses again. And
no
Fallon
score.
Sherrock will get the opportunity.
Fallon, you require
that was a problem
36.
for Van Peer last night. When he had 3 in hand at doubles, he was missing a little bit too frequently.
Game shot on the third leg.
And Sherrock
Fallon Sherrock
takes advantage. 2-1. It might not have been 1 as quickly as it has come if Fallon didn't achieve what she did. But this is a proper battle this between 2 decent darts players,
Berry
isn't it?
required 28.
Well, we've been speaking about 12 darters and 12 as the number of darts thrown in most of these legs, and we're looking at this one again, 12 thrown to leave the double. But Fallon just tapping him on the shoulder, leaving that 76. Didn't want to come inside there. He's not got an opportunity.
No score.
Fallon Sherrock.
Fallon, you require 76.
76. This is for the match.
Game
And
shot.
the match is
and
won
the match. Fallon
by Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock.
Bar for you isn't going to 4. It's lowered. And with that, you'll then start overthinking certain situations. Like, I've got the throw here. Although, if she has been thinking she's got the throw here, she's using it very well.
85.
180.
Fallon, you require
140,
41.
140.
Double 16 for an 11 dart leg.
9.
Remember, Alex Small can only afford to lose one leg. It looks like this one is lost.
take many
98.
mistakes here from
Fallon, you
Fallon
require
Sherrock. She's going to get
32.
6 darts on this point.
Game shot on the second leg.
Doesn't need any
Fallon
more than
Sherrock.
2. That is the one leg that Alex Small is able to lose. That life has gone.
Fallon, you require 83.
Whether she is it or not, she's an elite talent in my book.
She favours double 18. And that's the
Game
double that
shot
gives her the
and
win.
match.
A 12
Fallon
dart.
Sherrock. Fallon, you
That
require
is
56.
way ahead of schedule type of thinking. Well, that's 21 for now. I saw that moving. That nearly hit the flight. Go and get
Game
them
shot on the
quickly.
fourth leg. Fallon Sherrock.
Well done.
3.
I won't be very buoyed if Sherrock can take out the 1-4-3, double 16. That is
Shot on the first leg,
superb from
Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock.
What a start!
Fallon Sherrock, you topped Group B. You have now topped your group on finals night. You must be thrilled with the way you're playing at the moment.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with how I'm playing tonight. You know, especially that game I've just played against Yellow. You know, I didn't want to lose 4-0, and then all of a sudden my 180s go out of nowhere. So it's always nice to know I have that game in the back of me. If I need it to come to the fore, you know, to come on board, it will come.
Yeah, 5 180s in that match against Yellow Class. And you said you didn't want to lose 4-0. It was very, very hot up there, though, wasn't it? And playing a player who is as quick as Yellow, you must have really felt it.
No, yeah, definitely. It is really hot in here today. But I think that's probably why all 4 of us have got through, because we're quite fast. And we don't have time to think really and hold the dart too much. We just literally let it go. And because of the heat, it's, you know, just slipping out of the hand and it's all just going where we want.
And these conditions suit you perfectly because you're preparing for your return to the Winter Gardens, which is pretty hot itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to prepare other than playing in this sauna tonight, because that's exactly what it's going to be like when we go up to Blackpool.
And look, we spoke in Hildesheim. You picked up your first Women's Series title of 2023 there. You must be feeling that your game is exactly where it needs to be, but your mindset as well seems so different in 2023.
Yeah, no, definitely. My mindset is a lot more stronger and it's a bit more positive now than what it was. And yeah, now my game is getting to where I want it to be. You know, there's still a little bits that I need to sort out. You know, my finishing, I'm still not 100% with it at the moment because I'm missing darts that I'm thinking, okay, right, you've had 3 clear darts. You shouldn't be using all 3 darts, especially missing them doubles. So I know what to go back and practice on. But yeah, no, mentally, I'm more, you know, stronger than what I've been in the past year.
And how much is it helping you to elevate your game, knowing that the likes of Bo Greaves, there are so many other youngsters coming through on the Women's Series, Mikuru playing better than she has for a very long time. How much does that help you to elevate your level as well?
No, it definitely helps because obviously you can't have a bad game against these people. It just makes you push your game better. And, you know you've got to go hit 90 pluses against them, because if you go and hit like 70s or 80s, then you're just going home. There's no way you're going to win them. So it definitely helps, you know, your game get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And picking up that first title, I know that Corinne Hammond said to me that she'd spoken to you prior to that, saying, you have to win a title this weekend, so that I think that you're the favourite to win in Blackpool. Did that help you get over the line?
I'm not sure what she told you, but they weren't exactly the words that she said to me when she was waiting at the table before I played my final. But yeah, no, winning that first title, you know, it's made and boosted my confidence again. You know, I'm back to, I know I can win, and, you know, I'm looking forward to go in and playing every game that I'm playing now, especially I'm still here tonight, I'm still in, I'm still going to try and win. But yeah, no, yeah, Corinne did give me some really nice words before I went.
I'm sure they were really, really polite and friendly. We can't repeat them right now, of course. But when you
all
look
positive.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at 2023, the start, I remember speaking to you at Q School. What is it about your mindset that's changed? Because you are playing with such freedom, you're playing with a smile on your face again. What was it that changed?
There's less pressure. I think that's exactly what it is, because obviously, you know, there's other women doing more in the game at the moment than what I am, and I openly admit that. You know, I'm not winning all these titles at the moment, and all eyes are on Bo and Mikuru and Lisa, so everyone's kind of pushed me to the side because they're not expecting me to do anything. So like now I'm like, okay, I can go under the radar again, I can enjoy my darts again, and I don't feel as much pressure anymore.
And tonight you've got Chris Landman in the semi-finals. How much are you looking forward to that challenge?
No, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I know how well Chris can play. You know, I remember playing at the BDO when he played at BDO. I know he's a really good quality player, and that's the game, you know, that I'm here to play. I want to play these players that are going to push me, and, you know, even if I had to play Yella and Cam Captree, you know, all the players in tonight are going to push me and they're going to give me a game. So, yeah, I'm really...
Girl may only get one dart at the ball. Finds the trouble, gets 2 at double 14.
Game shot in the third leg, Fallon Sherrock.
She was right under it.
Knows the answer. So 6 starts of the match for Fallon Sherrock.
Yeah, and that's 3 consecutive turns at the board. Without a treble,
Game
no such
shot
drama
and a match
for
Fallon
Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock. Well, she did hit a maximum in the leg, and that's a maximum finish.
Hello and welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where Fallon Sherrock has just made it 4 wins from 5 on the opening day of Group C action. Not a bad way to get over the line in that one with that 147 out.
Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with the win in that one, and yeah, the 147. But I think you probably could see my facial expression. I was like, where did that come from? Like, because the last couple of legs I couldn't finish. I was like, oh, here we go. I thought it was going to be one of them games now.
You mentioned you're finishing in that match, but overall today it has been a really strong asset in your game, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I can see it, you know, getting better, and it's pulling me out when I need it. So I can't moan too much about it. I mean, it's just the silly legs that I'm losing, you know, when I've got 3 darts at doubles, but my combination finishing, I feel very good about that.
And you are now in a very strong position to qualify for Saturday's finals night. How pleased are you with the way you've played today overall?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely pleased with how I've played overall today. Definitely better than, you know, how I performed yesterday. I was very disappointed in myself yesterday. So hopefully, you know, take the positives and go on to tomorrow and hopefully get through.
And a lot more consistent as well with your performances. Is that the main thing that you feel was missing yesterday?
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel I had any consistency really this week so far. So hopefully, you know, the more I've played today and the more I play tomorrow, hopefully I'll be a bit more consistent as it goes along.
And just talk us through your mindset coming here this week, because the last time we saw you here, of course, your focus was on going to Blackpool and retaining your match play title. That didn't go to plan, but then we saw you the following week at the Women's Series and you put in some really sublime performances there. So you must have been feeling good about your game coming here.
Yeah, definitely feel good about my game and stuff like that, but obviously there's still work that needs to be done on it. I feel, you know, I still need to keep playing in this. I mean, doing the weeks, doing the 2 nights and stuff like that, or the 2 days. Keep, you know, coming here, because I think this is really going to help my game, and I think it's helped everyone's game that's played in it.
And how high up on your list of ambitions is winning a weekly title here?
It's definitely going to be up there. I'm still yet to win one.
Yeah, well, we hope we'll see that happen very soon. We do, of course, still have 2 matches to be played this afternoon, so let's get back into the action.
Max. Max.
180. 140.
Nearly followed by one of Lipscomb's own. And Sherrock is continuing upon a road towards perfection. That's a second max in succession. Never has it been done on television by a female player before. Fallon Sherrock wants treble 19. And now double 12 to become the first ever female player to hit a televised 9-dart finish. Fallon Sherrock is a history maker once again.
Oh, double 18.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
What she does.
Fallon Sherrock.
So she can convert 80 on both treble 19, double 12, and treble 15, double 18, we found out today.
5th leg, it's Fallon to throw first. Game on.
And that sends her through.
Where Fallon Sherrock has just made even more history. The first female to hit a 9-darter on TV. Just sum up how you're feeling.
I'm really, you know, I'm over the moon. I'm speechless. You know what I mean? I'm so happy with myself, because I was just sitting there thinking, oh, please, just the double 12 just go in. I don't think I've gripped that dart so hard in my life.
Yeah, let's watch that moment back. What was going through your mind when you stepped back to the oche wanting that 141?
I was just thinking, you know, just try and get the first treble, and then obviously then I just kind of threw for the 19. I was like, right, just just throw for the 12, don't think about it. And that was basically my thought on it. And then obviously when it went in, I was like, yes.
And of course, a few months ago, you became the first female to hit a 9-darter in a PDC event as well. How does it feel knowing that you're inspiring so many young girls and women and also helping to push the women's game forward?
No, the fact that I'm inspiring so many people to pick up the darts, you know, that it's, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel so like honoured, and I feel really happy with myself for doing it, because I never thought I'd be the one, you know, inspiring all these people to do it. And, you know, making the women's game, like, better as it goes along, you know, and having me as part of helping that, it's just, I'm speechless about it, because I never thought I'd be the person doing it.
And these 9-darters are hugely significant. You are continuing to pave the way for others. But when you look at the women's series in general now as well, the overall standard getting better and better, do you realise now that that is largely because of what you were doing as well?
I probably don't realise it's part of me that's helped it all. I try kind of not to think about that. But yeah, no, the actual women's game is just getting better and better. And I mean, you know, apart from obviously, you know, like Bo, me, Lisa, you know, Makura and all that, there are other players like a bit lower down in the rankings that have the game to beat us all, and they're slowly climbing up and stuff like that. So I think you're going to see more of them as, you know, the women's series carries on.
And how much would it have meant to you when you were a young girl to have seen others producing 9-darters on TV as well?
Yeah, no, that would have meant the world, because it just kind of gives you a sense of belief. It's like, oh, well, they can do it, I can do it. And, like, you always see, you know, the men hitting it on TV, but you never actually see, you know, in real... I never saw a real 9-darter. So, like, the fact that I've hit one, I was like, oh, that's my first one that I've actually seen. So I'm like, it kind of inspires me to do more myself.
And in addition to the 9-darter, you have made it through to yet another finals night here at the Super Series. You weren't aware of that as you walked off the stage, though, were you?
Well, let's try not to talk about that. No, I genuinely, I weren't aware of that. I thought, you know, I had to win, you know, to just guarantee it. But yeah, no, I'm absolutely over the moon. And hopefully, you know, after the whole week of darts, I can kind of, you know, go into tomorrow and just play some consistent darts and see if I can, you know, produce a good game.
Yeah, and you have been getting more and more consistent as this week has gone on, haven't you? Do you feel more comfortable now than you did on Monday?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely played a lot more darts since then. And I think that's probably what I'm lacking, just match practice. And, you know, I can practice all I want at home and stuff, but unless I'm physically playing and having the match practice, it doesn't do you, you know, any good practicing like 6 hours a day. Like, unless you're getting games thrown at you and then you deal with the pressure situations, I think that's the way that, you know, your darts are only going to improve. And that's why I play this, because it does help my darts.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow night along with John Henderson.
Yesterday, Fallon Sherrock made history by becoming the first ever female player to hit a televised 9-darter here at the Super Series. I'm happy to say that the record maker, the history breaker herself is here. Fallon, we need to stop talking in these types of scenarios. What a day yesterday. What has the last 24 hours been like?
Yeah, no, it's just been, you know, social media has been manic, you know, my phone's been buzzing, and yes, I'm still kind of like in disbelief, you know, that I've done another one, because... Yeah, no, when the double 12 went in, I just thought, oh, my God, I've done it again. Like, it was more shock rather than, like, a surprise.
When a player hits a 9-darter, they often say, at what point do they feel like it went in, or when it feels going to go? At what point in that leg did you feel, maybe I'm going to get this?
Probably when the 7th treble went in, because, like, before, like, when the 7th treble went in, like, it was just so easy for me just to, like, not think and just throw down to the 19 and then don't think and just throw for the double. And that's been, like... my strong points in the game, like, because when I'm going for like big shots or good legs, or, you know, even winning at the World Championships, in my head I'm thinking just throw instead of actually thinking, oh, I need this.
Well, we've got our very own trailblazer as well, Laura Turner, trailblazer in the world of broadcasting herself. Laura, how big a moment is this for the women's game?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, Fallon, again, as you say, complete trailblazer, has, you know, set some real levels. First woman to win, obviously, at the PDC World Championships, and I was privileged to be able to sit there and watch it. I just wonder how many more glass ceilings there are left for you to smash, because you've actually gone through quite a lot of them. So, yeah, many congratulations.
When you sit back and you look back on these achievements, first to hit a 9-dart in PDC competition, first to hit one on television, do you sometimes just got to sit back and just take all of that in?
Yeah, I think at some point, like, I will sit back and take it all in. But at the moment, you know, it just kind of all comes in, and it's just so overwhelming that you don't have a chance to take it all in. And, you know, I'm so kind of used to doing everything now. And like you said about the glass ceiling and that, I don't actually think there's much left of it, is there?
No, absolutely. I mean, like I say, outstanding stuff. And it's not long since you hit your one at the Challenge Tour earlier on, just a couple of months ago. So, you know, we want to see more of the same. I want to see one tonight, yeah?
And as well, you in that point of the game, you're 3-2 down to Adam Litskin, a must-win qualifying match. So it wasn't easy if you had time to kind of relax and go back, because you still had a massive leg to play.
Yeah, definitely. I actually think the next leg was probably the hardest leg, like not even the 9-dart leg. The next leg, it was just like, OK, hold it together, because you've still got to win. You've still got to give yourself a chance of qualifying. And then obviously, when I threw the 180, I was kind of, all right, that's fine. And then I walked back, and then the adrenaline hit. And I think after that, the darts become harder to throw.
And I suppose as well, you mentioned with Abigail Davis yesterday up on the balcony, the fact that you said you've never seen a female player, so it's never been done on television before, and that this is something that young girls are going to be able to watch and see and maybe draw inspiration from. How much does that give you pleasure to be able to maybe inspire that next generation?
Yeah, no, it gives me such pleasure, you know, to kind of be that person that everyone's looking, and I'm inspiring everyone. Because I would have loved to have seen all this happen when I was, you know, growing up and starting to play darts, because it kind of gives you a sense of belief that, you know, if she can do it, anyone can do it. And like I said, like, even if I'd have seen a 9-dart, I would be like, OK, they can do it, I can achieve what goals I want to do in life.
And what it has done for the women's game in general, Laura, when you compare where it was 5 years ago to now, it's a completely different game, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is the area of darts that I think still can see the most improvement. You know, there's still barriers we can push as, you know, as the women's game progresses. But as you say, when I think seeing it to believing it is such a key factor in the fact that we've got more girls joining academies and the JDC. I got stopped after Fallon did that first epic kind of history-breaking moment, and girls were like, I didn't even realise women played. And it's like, you know, that was both scary, but also it was a wonderful revelation that the fact that the more that we see, you know, women in darts in general just smashing these things, it's very exciting. I can't wait to see what the future holds.
So the World Championship win, the 9-darter. What's the next glass ceiling for Fallon Sherrock?
I don't know, you tell me, because I don't plan these things to happen. They just kind of happen. And I've always believed, you know, the more effort you put in stuff, and even if you have bad stuff happen and stuff, at some point something's going to, like, good's going to come out of it. So, you know, the more effort I'm putting in, eventually, you know, I'll get the rewards. And I think slowly but surely I'm getting all the rewards that I've worked hard to get hold of. And, you know, all the criticism that I get, I just kind of push to a side, because it doesn't, you know, make me inspire any less to do what I want to do. And maybe win a World Championship might be my next step.
Well, we look forward to seeing that. Fallon, many, many congratulations on yesterday. All the very best as well tonight here at the Super Series. The trailblazer, the history maker, Fallon Sherrock, doing it once again, hitting the first ever televised 9-dart leg.
$132.
Yeah, impressive there from Fallon Sherrock to leave herself on a double after 12.
She's going to be under pressure. Super visit from Henderson to leave tops. 8-8.
Game shot on the first leg, Fallon Sherrock.
Just so much composure. Yeah, it'll be 3 legs on the spin. Well, his turn to miss a big number. Tops.
36.
Oh, she's dodged one there. 60. If Fallon can take out the 60.
Game
what am I talking about? Of course she can. 17-dart breaker throw. Now.
I was under pressure, but leaves himself a double. Most important thing. But back comes Fallon.
Can she use that?
60.
Not this time.
John
2 match darts
40.
have come and gone.
Oh, John Henderson just cannot find it.
Yeah, he is absolutely
16.
raging. Double 4. And double four is found, and Fallon with an 89-36 wins this encounter. Full two, 50% on the doubles, couple of 180s in there. 3 140s.
Slightly rushed that. The pace of that was slightly quicker than the first two. And it's tops now for Sherrock.
Game shot on the second leg.
It's like
Fallon
on a
Sherrock.
button. That's for
Fallon
44.
That's exactly the way it is for Fallon Sherrock. She moves on to 6 points overnight. 3 wins out of a 5.
You require 80.
Better from Mario. Not ideal, that, but doesn't move.
Game shot on the third
That
leg.
is an incredible
Fallon
dart.
Sherrock.
She literally had one area of that double tops to hit. She avoided the flight of her first 2 darts. Very good. Chance for Fallon Sherrock. Big ask.
Double 18.
Game shot
Big
on
ask,
the
as you
sixth
say, but
leg.
that is
Fallon
massive from Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock. A 144, and we are now into a one-leg shootout.
Waiting for Stephen. He's playing his best dart at the moment. But has he thrown his last dart in this match? As Fallon Sherrock wants bull for the game. And what a
Game
finish
shot
that
on
is
the
from Fallon
match.
Sherrock. She
Fallon
just seems to be
Sherrock.
on that roll.
Welcome to the Super Series. How you feeling?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm really excited to be back.
Oh, good.
How's the confidence going into your first game? Mason Whitlock, pretty see?
For me, not very confident, but I've got a good partner, so.
Yeah, you're supposed to say we're very confident going into our
I should
game.
be, yeah. I'm very nervous, but we'll get there.
He'll be
We'll manage.
fine.
Yeah.
Fallon, you're actually used to scenarios like this because you play a lot of exhibitions. Do you think that helped you going into this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of stage, practice and stuff that I do. So, playing at the MODUS regularly, I'd say it, always helps my game in general. And, under pressure situations like this, playing pairs, what a better place to put me.
Charlie, you obviously have a big fan base on TikTok. You post darts a lot.
Yeah.
How do you think the fans want you to do today?
To be honest, I got a lot of positive support. I get a lot of people watching and enjoying the streams and the videos. So I think they'll want me to do well. If I hit a few bad ones, I think people will like that as well. But mainly positive, I think.
You guys are definitely up there in terms of our graph for who people think will win it. How does that make you feel?
Confident.
Yeah, go on then. We'll go confident. We'll go with it.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pro, if you're going to take out 102, beating the computer level on 3.
78.
That was a wild last start. That's the nerves. That's the difference between playing on a live stream with nobody in the environment. There's a crowd behind me. Something's gonna happen if this dart goes in, and it's not just me
51.
celebrating.
Fallon, you require 18.
Double 9 for Fallon Sherrock.
Game
No
shot
problems for
on the
Fallon
first
Sherrock,
leg.
showing the
Charlie
experience
Murphy
of
and
being
Fallon
on those
Sherrock.
sort of stages.
What Murphy returns to, he wants double 18 for the match. Mason Whitlock can only set this up. We'll look for a 177. He's itching to hit the 180. He is absolutely desperate to go and throw at a blind 180 and leave it odd, but he now knows he needs to hit the treble 19 to give them the best chance of staying in this match. He's gone for the maximum.
80. Charlie, required 36.
That our 4th maximum of the day, but it doesn't mean anything in the context of this game. Charlie Murphy's friends and families in the corner go absolutely wild. They have loved that moment. They are proud of their man. He is through to the semi-finals. A 3-1 victory for the pair. Charlie Murphy and Fallon Sherrock. Proddy C and Simon Whitlock go out. We will see Proddy C a little bit later on. This was a leg of which Pieface and Ted Evers did throw first. He's not going to get an opportunity of the ball. You see Fallon Sherrock stepping forward there. The second she knew she had the
57.
opportunity
Fallon
to
required
wrap this
20.
up.
Is it easy now for Fallon? It is. It most certainly is. It's 1-0. Charlie Murphy and Fallon Sherrock.
Keeps Ted interested. If this doesn't go, may just be a dart of the bull. It will be a dart of the bull. Which doesn't go, and so Sherrock's got to move back in the match. But you think she's going to have to take out the 86.
It's a very similar finish to the one she's already taken. But now it's the bull for Sherrock.
Yeah, that's game short.
What a save. What a find from Fallon to bring it back to 3-2. But Ted now throws for the match. She was 2-0 down. Evitts had a match start in the previous leg, but Sherrock has dug in. And will leave 62 after 12 to get the job done and to seal the first victory of the week.
42. Fallon, you require
And it's
62.
solid as well. The average is 87. One match start. Guaranteed.
22.
But she cannot find tops.
Just you require
And so
124.
Evitts has a chance in the 124. Treble 18. Doesn't go, and so Sherrock's going to have more match starts to beat Ted Evitts once again. This time on the Super
56.
Series stage.
Fallon, you require 40.
Tops for Sherrock. A
Game
win for
shot
Sherrock
and a match.
against Ted
Fallon
Evitts
show.
once again. This time on the Super Series stage in a last leg decider. And just like that World Championship match where Ted Evitts led by 2-1, Sherrock has come back from behind to beat Super Ted.
Consequently, that Nordic Darts Masters from 2022 was won by Dimitri Vandenberg. He won 2 World Series events back-to-back, didn't he?
180.
And 180s don't get prettier than that. And that's the reason why she uses this barrel shape. Because you can get a bit of comfort in the middle, a little bit of girth.
100.
Then it tapers towards the end of the barrel.
Fallon has got previous here at the Super Series. She became the first ever female player to hit a 9 dart in front of the cameras back in August, and she could do it again.
She's got a smile on her face. She knows what's on the line here.
100.
Come on, then.
Fallon, you require 141.
Do you want to do it again? Not today. Not in this game, at least.
60.
72 more in her 5th visit of this leg will give her something very sweet to leave Portsmouth with.
180.
But it's going to have to go. Max has applied maximum pressure from Hamilton for the match. Double 18 is found. It's fantastic for Fallon Sherrock to end the day. It's a 14 dart to the average just underneath the ton mark. 99.93 in the end. It was a barrage of 140 hitting. 7 compared to the one of Hamilton. He had a couple of matches but was completely outscored in the contest. Gets herself in prime condition. She's very good at working out her schedule. And she could be working her way towards a 4-1 win. And she does so in style, taking out the 140 finish. And Fallon Sherrock is really building up a head of steam on day 2. 2 victories, 2 comprehensive wins. The Queen of the Palace may well be the move on moving day.
Will Fallon follow in her footsteps?
Double 16.
Yeah, that's game short.
This is looking good, isn't it?
Fallon Sherrock.
Can Fallon Sherrock respond to losing that first leg with a 3-figure finish? Tricky.
Is that in? It is.
Fantastic dart from Fallon Sherrock.
That's
Fantastic finish from Fallon Sherrock.
Fallon Sherrock.
The first dart made it difficult, but she found a way.
Yeah, good switch there from Bo Greaves. Leaves herself on a 3-dot checkout after just 12.
180, but you require 145.
Well, the 180 may count for something.
87.
Maybe treble 12 here for Fallon.
72.
And she finds it. 36 to leave 36 elsewhere.
Shot on a
and
third leg, Fallon Sherrock.
Just showing a little bit of fight from Sherrock. Could have easily been beaten 3-0 there.
Well, this isn't a given, but that is a great first dart. 2 at double 8.
Game shot on a
2
first
needed,
leg,
but well
Fallon
taken there
Sherrock.
from Fallon Sherrock. And that is a hold, a throw. Desperately on.
Will be the bullseye for Sherrock. And it's in the
Game
ball.
shot on a second
Absolutely
leg, Fallon
brilliant.
Sherrock.
Maintaining. We saw Greaves miss 146 in the last match. Gulliver's missed the ball for a 170 and double 16 for a 139. And we know they're capable. Fallon's at a 9 darter on that stage, and Beaugreaves took out 161 twice last week. Well, this is for an 11 darter.
Game shot
and she's taken it out. Well, that's some response.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where before the break we saw Vicky Pruitt get the better of Kirsty Vidakainen by 3 legs to 2. Good contest that. Vicky went 6 into the 9 in the last leg decider. Had a 14 darter in there as well. But next up for us it is Fallon, Sherrock and Lorraine Hyde on the Super Series stage. We saw Fallon in Group A action on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday respectively, coming second to Beaugreaves in the end. Up against Lorraine Hyde, a player who we've seen have success in the women's series over the last few years. Has been a regular on the Lakeside stage at the WDF World Championships, and an opportunity for her to shut her stuff on the Super Series stage. Winner of 2 titles in that particular system. The 34-year-old from Inverary in Scotland, nicknamed Heidi. Heidi be hoping to have the high on Saturday night and go on and pick up the trophy up against Fallon Sherrock,
First leg, it's
which
Lorraine
her career
first.
bestows in front of her. Former world match play champion, former world trophy champion, former world finalist.
100.
But Lorraine, a player who's been around the circuit for a long time and a player that is very well respected and well thought of. One of those players you don't want to draw out. Well, that's out of the top draw to kickstart for Fallon.
Yeah, and when the first start went in there, she does tend to follow with the next 2, does Fallon.
$97.
I just wonder whether that first game is just set ourselves up for what's to follow, because we do see it sometimes where a really good first game in a group, particularly a Group B where it's a more truncated
41.
format, it just gives a little bit of energy, feeds a bit of a buzz in the practice room, and you tend to see games really follow that same kind of pattern.
Yeah, very much
100.
so.
$85. Fallon Sherrock 124.
Well, Sherrock, we're going to kickstart for ton topper. 88 for 124. Well, that's some way to start for Fallon Sherrock. 124, a 12 dart leg. Sherrock breaks the throw. She's up and running for the evening.
Game on.
Yeah, superstar and breaker throw for Fallon Sherrock.
90.
I first met this young lady. She played my daughter actually in the Women's World Youth Singles up at Hull.
43.
We played each other in the last 32, I think, and Fallon won. And I thought, wow, this young lady is some talent.
123.
And she's gone on to prove that to be the case. Sister Felicia plays as well.
100.
She's playing her darts for London at the moment in the county system. And once again, once you see that first dart, you just know it. It just sits right. Away we go. She really is setting about this game and in a hurry.
Well, Scott, I've just had a look up the stat screen. Fallon Sherrock's currently averaging 127.71. She was on for back-to-back 12s. Well, she is still on for back-to-back 12s. Because the 12 leads are on 96, treble 20, double 18. Not to be this time. But if you thought there was any kind of hangover from the disappointment of Group A, well, think again, because Fallon Sherrock's come out to set her stall out, set out a statement to the field.
60. Fallon Sherrock 156. Game shot in the second leg.
Missed the big
Fallon
number,
Sherrock.
but it didn't affect her in any way, shape, or
Then
form.
against Lorraine to throw first. Game on.
She looks focused. There's the Queen of the Palace, 2-0 up, averaging 111.33. A leg away from the
39.
victory post, and Lorraine Hyde has got it all to do from here. I suppose if there is a saving grace for the Scot, is the fact that she only has to break Fallon once. But in the type of form that Sherrock's in right here, right now, it is a big mountain to climb.
$30. $60. $98.
Just get the sense a little bit that Lorraine has just been kind of hit too hard by the scoring power of Sherrock. That first dart against Scott.
140.
In fact, yeah, absolutely. Easier to hit another 180 there than the deflection into the 140. When you're playing a player
100.
like Fallon, you have to concentrate on your own game. You can't really take in what she's doing, and you've got to get on and try and do your own thing. But that's easier said than done. It's like playing
95.
MVG or, you know, one of the big names. It's just so difficult to do. Easier said when watching.
Do you almost feel like that anything you do is just going to be bettered?
60.
Yeah, at times, yeah, at times. It's difficult. You've got to get your head down and try and weather the storm. But with Sherrock, the storm keeps coming. And it kept coming indeed. A 160 to finish off that match for Fallon Sherrock. She wins our second match of the night, 3-0 with 107.36 average. Not a lot Lorraine Hyde could do about that. Not a lot many of us can do about that with 107.36. 3 out of 3, 100% on the doubles.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where we're joined alongside Fallon Sherrock, who's played 13 legs tonight, won 12 of them. That felt really business-like from first dart to last.
To be fair, I'm quite happy how I played tonight. You know, I think it's all the practice from playing the last 3 days, to be fair.
Did it just all click straight away this evening?
Yeah, I think from the first game it's just kind of all just clicked, or you've either put a magnet behind the treble 20 tonight. Either way, I'm happy.
I was going to say, because everything about this evening, every single component just worked from the scoring phase, 9 maximums all told this evening, and the finishing, it felt like if you were missing, it was just the odd dart here and there.
Yeah, no, do you know what? I'm just super happy with how I've played tonight. You know, the scoring's been consistent. I've had a few 180s, which I'm happy about, and my finish has been a lot better than normal. So, you know, all the practice and stuff that I've been kind of putting in is kind of paying out with situations like this.
Talking about top finishes, we were just having a look at your ton plus checkouts there against Lorraine Hyde. This one pleasing as well, the 160. Every single dart just felt perfect in that finish.
It felt it as well coming out my hand. Yeah, to be fair, on the 160, after I hit the first 2 trebles, you know, that double top, you just got to throw for it. And that's what I was thinking. Just throw for it. You know, it'd be great if you could, you know, just shoot it out.
No player will ever say they've had the perfect night, but is this evening as close to?
The closer I'm going to get, yeah. Because I don't think, you know, tomorrow night, I think these women that are playing now, I think they've now got the experience up on the stage. So I don't think I'm going to be winning much games 3-0 tomorrow, because I think there's going to be some really interesting legs coming. And I think a lot of these women tonight are just going to up their game tomorrow.
You've mentioned so many times when you've played here in the past about the fact that if you don't get through the Group A, that you can use the 3 days prior as that building block for the rest of the week to really play yourself into form. Does that really feel like the case now?
Yeah, it feels like the case every time. Like, obviously, I try and win Group A. Obviously, everyone tries. But I genuinely think going from Monday to Wednesday is a good practice, and then when you go into like Thursday and Friday, because you've had all the practice of the first 3 days, and you know you've gone through your wins, your defeats, and then you haven't made it through, it kind of makes you more determined to do better. So coming into the Thursday and Fridays, I'm always more determined. I want to, you know, play better, and it's definitely shown tonight.
And then going into tomorrow, is it just a case of business, like get the job done as quickly as possible, avoid the dramas?
Hopefully. That would be the ideal kind of mindset going into tomorrow. But like I said, like these women now have the stage practice and stuff, so 100% they're going to play better tomorrow. So I'm going to probably have some nitty-gritty games tomorrow.
I just wonder, how great an opportunity is this for the female game? The fact that players that don't often get opportunities like this get the chance to play on the stage and represent themselves, give themselves that extra bit of exposure.
Oh, it's a great opportunity. Do you know what? Like, you've seen players this week who you probably would never have seen before, and they've put on a good show of themselves. Yes, there's been some players that haven't played to their potential, like how they have on the women's series, but like, give them time. You know, we've still got a couple of days left. Like, you will see them like shine through it all. But yeah, no, all these opportunities that we keep, you know, being given, it's only going to benefit us in the long run, and you're going to see the darts just increase.
And in the short term, a very good night for yourself. Many congratulations, Fallon. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Tops it is then for the win.
Game.
And there it is. It's a 3-1 win for Fallon Sherrock. Rain succumbed to the Fallon Sherrock's pressure.
To be feared at the Super Series, Andreas Harrison picking up the jackpot a couple of weeks ago, and we begin the hurly-burly all over again. Monday morning, 9:30, Series 8 gets underway. We're going to see a 3-time former Lakeside champion in action in Martin Adams, a former grand finalist, a man who came so close to picking up the title in Tom Sykes in there. Bradley Roos played at the previous Champions Week, as well as a number of big names. They'll be hoping to make it through to the red carpet occasion here in Portsmouth. But the full focus is on Women's Week, where we've reached the second half of our Friday night session, and it sees Lorraine Winstanley and Fallon Sherrock go toe-to-toe. Winstanley winning her opening 2 matches of the night, putting herself back in the equation, back in the mix, and kicking off this game with a max. And Fallon almost followed up.
40.
Henry, you were itching to say it, weren't you? You were just itching. They're both on a 9.
Is that your impression of me, Scott?
Yes, it is.
40.
I'm off to go and sulk in a corner.
I do so love working with you, H. I really do.
I can tell. I might as well just leave. There's no coming back from that. I might as well just go home and never come back.
41.
Oh, don't do that to me. It wouldn't be fair.
Well, Winstanley has cut out the quicker of the 2 players, leaving herself on 140 after 9. Would love to hit a ton here to leave herself on tops after 12.
60.
Able to do that, but has left herself on a 2 darter. Forces the 128 of Sherrock to go. Treble 20 in the bullseye. Not to be, and so Winstanley should, at the very worst case scenario, get a dart at tops to take out leg 1, and it's under surmountable pressure. Sherrock has left tops after 12. 15 scored. Options here for Lorraine. 25 and 15 with the options. 15 leaves the bull. Doesn't go. And Sherrock comes back for tops on the break.
40.
Yeah, great pressure added by Sherrock, and 13 dart leg and a break of throw.
Second leg, it's Fallon to throw
For Fallon Sherrock, you have to say is not a bad start. Both started this match like a racehorse.
Well, it is the Epsom Derby tomorrow. Who is going to cross the finishing line tomorrow night? Who is going to take the honours, take the spoils? We know 5 of the 6 players are going to be there. Lorraine Winstanley hoping to gate crash the party and be player number 6 through. Kirsty Vinakainen currently occupies the final qualification spot. But Sherrock here averaging 114.79 at what could be the midway point of the match. Winstanley's actually playing the best darts she has done
60
all week, but Fallon's just finding gears.
Yeah, she very much is, and look at those 2 darts. They are not badly thrown at all.
55.
It's really unlucky from her. Say the same with Winstanley's last visit, where she hit 55.
41.
Facial expression there when she switched across to the 18s, which was the right move, but not quite executed.
100.
Great last start, particularly the way the first 2 are sat just below treble bed, which meant she only really had a small portion towards the left-hand side terrain mat. Managed to find it, leave herself on the Shanghai, but it's going to be put under big pressure.
120.
Treble, single for the double. Sherrock climbs the ladder and she moves into a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, nice fist bump.
Lorraine to throw first.
Plain rude to do that to your mate, though, isn't it? But what a shot. Another ton plus finish for Sherrock.
You can't talk about being rude to your mate after what you did to me in the last couple of legs.
Oh, let it go, will ya?
That was Scott Mitchell
34.
who was talking there, just in case you didn't know. Well, this is some contest. Lorraine Winstanley with a couple of maxis, 99.7 average. Fallon Sherrock averaging
120.
just a shade in front of a ton. This is a superb contest. And for Lorraine Winstanley, the difference between last night and tonight, well, it's been 2 completely different parallels.
78.
Well, she mentioned in that interview with you earlier on this evening that she just felt a lot of things were different yesterday. Well, everything's changing, and Lorraine is seemingly hitting everything in sight.
Well, she's just more relaxed. She's more used to the surroundings, and of course, she's playing a friend that she's played
59.
many times, and she doesn't fear, you know. Fallon has thrown the kitchen sink at her, and Lorraine has not stopped scoring.
60.
And we should mention as well, even if Lorraine loses this game, every leg could be pivotal in terms of the legs difference. Lose to 0 and she puts herself in a bad position. That maximum is Fallon's first of the match and applies real pressure on this 80. That's awkward. Because that could have so easily deflected into the treble. It's a dart at tops.
60. Fallon, you require 150.
No, it didn't. But yeah, the way that Fallon's been, this will probably go. Here we go. It's double 15. Oh, Sublime from Sherrock, who turns round, and I'm sure she muttered sorry there. Wow, wow, wow. 3-0. What more could Lorraine Winstanley do in that situation? She's shaking her head going, I gave it my all. Lorraine loses 3-0. Yes, she loses 3-0 with a 98-4-3. Fallon Sherrock resumes normal service with 104.86. What a game here in the Ladies' Week from these 2 ladies.
Yeah,
straight at it.
Second leg. Fallon Sherrock.
She probably had time to 10 that up. 10 or 6 that up if she wanted to, but no.
First. Game on.
Confidence says straight at it. You would feel that one has to go. She's missed this 1-4-1 on double 12 2 or 3 times this week. She cannot afford to miss it now. And you can't miss it any closer than that.
Fallon required 50.
By the narrowest of margins, but 32 now for a 2-1 win to Sherrock. Yeah, and just squeezes it in the corner.
Fallon Sherrock.
A bit of time afforded to Fallon Sherrock. Just trying to tee up. Yeah, just checking with the referee what's left.
128.
Yeah, and that's very good play.
So will these be Dieter's last 3 darts, and spurt of play in the last couple of legs from Fallon Sherrock has seen her rise to a
45.
107.24 average, which will probably drop off here because it starts at a double. But she won't worry about that. She'll be worried about the winner takes all game. She wins it 3-1. She goes through as runner-up in Group 2. And there is your answer. So our opening match this evening. But she won't worry about that. She'll be worried about the winner takes all game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the MODUS Super Series here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It is Women's Week, and it's time to introduce the semi-finalists. Would you firstly please welcome to the stage, she is the 2 times champion of the world. It's bow and arrow, Bo Graves! And now would you please welcome her opponent. She's the winner of the 2022 Women's World Match Play. It's the Queen of the Palace, Fallon Sherrock!
Who's telling him to walk that way? So here we go then, Fallon Sherrock and Bo Greaves playing in the semi-finals of Women's Week, the first ever Women's Week here at the MODUS Super Series. Many people's final. It happens a game earlier. Only one of them can make the showpiece occasion. Many will think the winner may come from this match, but Rhiannon O'Sullivan and Kirsty Vinnikainen will have a thing or two to say about that. Of course, Vinnikainen has managed to beat both of them this week, including Fallon tonight. Bo Greaves did win all 3 of the meetings between this pair in Group A earlier in the week. Will that trend continue, or can the Queen of the Palace move one step closer to the Super Series crown? Let's find out in the company of your commentary team, Laura Turner and Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chris. Yeah, very exciting lineup. And as we were talking about, Scott, up on the balcony there, for me, I don't think we've seen the best of Bo as of yet, but Bo would have seen exactly what Fallon had just done to qualify, 103.55 average. So she knows it's going to be game on, but I agree with you. I think this could be a tentative start. I could be proven wrong. It could be fireworks from the very outset, but this could be edgy as well.
Could the difference be having the darts in such a short format?
100. $140.
Yeah, good to hear the crowd here at the MODUS Super Series. They're supporting their players.
100.
Does having the darts make you the hunted and not the hunter?
37.
I think if you're the one that doesn't have the darts, if the first leg does go slightly awry, let's say, if you don't quite make an impact, it's no big panic
40.
Because then you come back. It's when you come back with the darts. If that goes wrong, then you're in a world of trouble.
And with that dart on the floor, the throw has been turned in the favour of Sherrock.
100.
Yeah, Bo just knocking the dart out of her hand.
78.
Yeah, she used that last dart well because I think that annoyed her because it's upsetting the pace. Well, she didn't have to go for it, but that is an opening 1-2-4 from Fallon Sherrock. And that is a breaker throw.
Second leg, it's Fallon to throw first.
More than that,
Game
it's
on.
a statement. More than that, it's the 5th ton-plus shot out for her in 3 days. And more than that, the break of throw now gives her the advantage.
And I wonder how much of an advantage it would be for Fallon, who's just come off the back of that win over Dieter Hedman. It was the last game before this semi-final, so she's coming in pretty much match ready, very much warmed
58.
up. I know it wasn't much longer before when Bo was there, but I don't know the confidence that she's maybe bringing into this match.
No, still a more than valid point, actually. Yeah, you're right. Still the more than valid point because
134.
she'd have been out there just throwing at the board, probably. While Fallon was here playing.
59.
Yeah, Bo just missing those treble 20s by the narrowest of margins. Fallon Sherrock looking for a third consecutive ton-plus score. 134, 134, 140, down to 93 in just 9.
That 1-2-4 on the ball definitely gave her the momentum.
140. Fallon, you've got 193.
Double 16.
Game shot.
Yeah, and that.
4, and now 93 goes as well. The average for Fallon Sherrock after a couple of legs, 125.25.
Yeah, that's 2 consecutive 12 dart legs for Fallon Sherrock.
57.
Queen of the Palace has definitely
99.
brought her A+ game to this one. Well, we are on the London Road here.
60.
Yeah, and a bit of frustration just creeping into the game of Greaves. And you do have to say it has been for Bo,
80.
you know, a couple of weeks down here in Portsmouth. Yes, she had the advantage of having those couple of days off by topping Group 8. But then you're coming back into this arena and you're not maybe as match ready as people that have played in Group B and Group C.
One thing I do know is that this young lady, Bo Greaves, does never make an excuse for anything.
81.
She plays her heart out, whatever it is on that day, and if it isn't enough, it isn't enough. She tries to make sure it's enough the next time, but she needs something here. She needs a big, big treble, or she does it with that last dart just to keep her in touch.
$60.
Yep, Fallon just reaching for that last dart. Just say, Bo, you feel it's going to have to keep finding a treble. Does find it again, last dart of asking, and is the first to a finish.
Well, when she's finding it last dart, that'll be music to Sherrock's ears. If she's finding trebles first dart, then she still has 2 in her hand to find more.
100. By your record, 134. $41. Fallon, you require 81.
Double 16. She steps back, has a good look, and nails it for a 3-0 win. What a brilliant performance from Fallon Sherrock. It was the big game everybody wanted to see. Sherrock takes that 3-0, 107.36, her 5th ton plus of the week. I don't think you can argue with that. Emphatic, absolutely emphatic, 100% on the doubles, 3 out of 3. Games don't come much better than that. Well ahead. I think she could be behind in games and then disappear. And she doesn't do that now. She's been around a bit now. She knows that isn't the case. And
36.
if you keep plugging away, you will get chances.
Yeah, we're talking of chances. This is a chance here for Fallon to find an early break, and she does find it. Third dart of asking.
Fallon Sherrock.
And once again, you just see that generosity from Rhiannon O'Sullivan clapping that dart as it goes in at the end.
Fallon
Yeah,
requires
showing that you never lose it,
121.
Tony O'Shea. It's there in flashes. Double 18, the choice here for Fallon Sherrock. And that's
Game shot in the
a
second
picture-perfect checkout.
Fallon Sherrock.
140, 140, 100, then the 1-2-1 out. Well, as usual when Fallon Sherrock's playing, haters in the chat room. That's Gemma Hater watching on. Another great top talent in women's darts. Good evening, Gemma. Maybe, just maybe, she'll step on the Super Series stage herself at some point.
$180.
Back-to-back maximums. So Fallon Sherrock takes a tally up to 4.
140. Fallon requires
on this
45.
occasion.
It doesn't make things easy for herself right at the end of legs.
Game.
But finally manages to ice the cake successfully.
Fallon Sherrock.
A 4-1 win for Fallon Sherrock against Tony O'Shea.
88. No score.
It's just not happening
Fallon
here for
requires
Coleman.
107.
And this would be a painful checkout here if Fallon Sherrock is able to land the double 16. Maybe a bit too close for comfort there on the 18s, but that is exactly what she wanted to do.
Fallon Sherrock.
With a double 16, a big, big holder throw that will no doubt feel like a break.
118. Game shot on the first
Fallon
leg.
Sherrock
Fallon Sherrock.
produces a brilliant checkout. Go on for Fallon Sherrock to seal
Fallon
her
requires
Saturday
8.
spot. And
Game shot on the
finally,
6th leg. Fallon
Sherrock
Sherrock.
seals her place at finals night.
Fallon requires 118.
We saw this go last night, a big moment.
Game
and
shot
it goes
on the
again
second
as
leg.
well.
Fallon Sherrock.
Fallon Sherrock pins the 118 for a 15 dart holder throw.
Remember, Nick had a dart to win this game by 4 legs to 1. A dart at tops that came and went. But he may well find himself embroiled in a last leg decider as Sherrock can climb the ladder. 1 dart left at tops. 1 dart at tops is all Sherrock needed. The first ton topper of the week.
Probably best not to shake hands with him. Just bump the fist. And don't get it on your palm.
108.
Well, Fallon looking to have this game by the palm of her hands. However, Richardson looking at the 164. He's going to have a dart to the bullseye. Does not go. And how many times the dart at the bullseye ended up in the single 10? Sherrock looking at double 11 for 2-1. That was drastically low. And now she's got a blocker. That's a superb find. She used the flight of the first dart to flick its way into the bed. Now, if you do it in the last, it usually means that you're out of the competition and have nothing to play for. But still plenty to play for Fallon Sherrock. But you get the sense a quick start is key. And a 116 is just the ticket for the Queen of the Palace on Monday.
101.
No massive stress on this finish. but could take it out anyway.
Game shot on a second leg.
Nothing
Fallon
wrong with
Sherrock.
that. Finding the corners is get through to Saturday by fine margins. It's going to be bullseye for Sherrock. And that is a very nice sign, isn't it?
Sherrock.
Everything right down the line
Third
there.
leg down
A
in the
central
first.
bullseye,
Game
2
on.
central 20s, and everything pitched perfectly.
She's embraced every part of this experience, but Fallon Sherrock tops for the match. And for a place in the semi-finals, the Queen of the Palace marches on. Fallon Sherrock is into the final 4. She beat Eleanor Cairns by 4 legs to 1 to book her place into the semi-finals, where she will take on Steph Clark. Tita Hedman and Gemma Hayter will go toe-to-toe in the first semi-final. That's the tail of the tape from the final quarter-final game that we've seen this afternoon in Portsmouth. But we move swiftly on to the semi-finals, and it is a meeting between the number 1 and number 4 seed. Tita Hedman, the defending champion, up against the bookmakers' favourites in Gemma Hayter, and that game's coming up in a few moments' time.
Positive is she's playing solid darts, and nobody can take that away from her.
100.
But that is a visit of a champion, the class of a champion, and the former Women's World Match Play champion is 82 points away from making it to the Tour Championship final, where she'll set up a date with Gemma Hayter. She has been just a class above in this encounter. It was a step in the right direction for Steph Clark, but she's going to continue her fairy tale run. She has to take out this 79.
Looking for double top.
39.
That could be that. Fallon Sherrock back for double 8. And back into a final at the Live Lounge. Fallon Sherrock will take on Gemma Hayter in a blockbuster final. An excellent way to round off the WADC Women's Championship Tour.